Hi everyone, Scott here giving you a little tutorial on how to unpack and assemble your Reformer Pilates machine. So I'll break this video up into little stages. A lot of it I think you'll figure out yourself. Just a few little tips and tricks that we've picked up over the years after having done this lots of times. Step one, getting the Reformer out of the box. I like to use a claw hammer. The Pilates machines come in these wooden crates, and around the top of the crate you can see these aluminium supports that hold the crate in place. So we're going to work around the top of the machine, opening up those, and then we'll go to the next step. There you go, we've got the lid off. Now I'm just going to work around the machine. I'm going to bang out all the walls of the machine, of the packaging I should say. So once I've got to that stage, I find it's best to get the machine completely out of the box, and from there you can put the packaging aside. Now you're going to end up with a boatload of packaging, around about 8 cubic meters to be precise. You've got to think about how you're going to get rid of that, get rid of it yourself, or maybe just call a skip bin to come to your location, pop the rubbish in when you're done of course, and then start the tidy up. But for now, I'm just going to get this machine out of the box, and then we're going to talk about assembly. So while I am here pulling the machine out, let me show you what you're going to find. The machine actually comes with 2 platforms. One is the hard grippy tape, and one is the softer upholstered leather. We tend to prefer this one. So these are great to have as a backup, but you're probably not going to use these. It's up to you, you're welcome to choose. Members often find this comfortable one a bit nicer, and it looks nicer also. So you can sort of pop these away. What else have we got? These are our poles. They go on the back of the machine. Really easy to assemble. The screws are already in there, and on the back of the Reformer, the holes where they go into are already drilled. If you order the bar attachments, which we strongly recommend, the bar attachments come in the packaging also. That's the wooden bar for the bar attachment, which also doubles very nicely as our maple pole that we can use in our classes. Just popping the carriage off. We've got our box, and inside our box are the shoulder pads and a whole bunch of other things. We have our straps, the wheels for the front of the machine so you can move them around easily if you need to. And this is also another little item for the bar attachments. Finally, there's the jump board. So please excuse the mess. I'm currently in a studio that's around about 4 weeks away from opening. The Pilates machines normally arrive around about this stage, maybe even a bit later. Currently here, painting's been done. We're going to replace the carpet to bring it to the inLIFE nice warm color. Mirrors are not quite attached to the walls yet, and probably going to work on this lighting as well. Anyway, the machines come really well packed. You know, lots of plastic, lots of foam, and lots of bubble wrap. Okay, so you've probably unloaded your machines from the truck by now, but when you are unloading them, if they kind of like, you know, drop or bang a little bit, you're probably not going to hurt the machine. The main 2 parts of the machine are the frame and the carriage. Now, the frame comes fully assembled, and you more or less pop the carriage in the frame. And then there's just a whole bunch of other little things that you've got to attach. The poles at the back. You've got to take the packaging, the protective plastic off the carriage and things like that. The machines come with Allen keys and spanners. Now, if you've got a toolkit of your own, I probably recommend that you bring that, because the Allen keys, and they're fine. Or even better, get yourself an Allen key drill, and you're probably going to need a pair of scissors, okay? So it's a little bit of fiddly, detailed work. Some of the work, like moving the machines, is kind of heavy, strong stuff, but other stuff is just, really, you can't have enough people to help with this. If you get 2, 4, 6, or 8 people to come in, do a little working bee, sometimes the plastic is over the upholstery and it goes under. So you've got to unscrew the back of the carriage, for example, and the headrest to get the plastic off properly. Anyway, rest assured, the main aim is that these machines come to you in great condition and they're going to be awesome for your members on opening day. So I'm just about to pull this machine out of the crate, and then I'll start to put it together. So I'm just down here at the back of the reformer, and I've got our poles here. So the pulley goes on the inside. Really important, these poles go, see how there's three lots of holes here? The poles go in the first holes, okay? So just going to secure them on there. Secure the pole on with the little nut. The reason they go on the first or the inside holes is because this is the base for our bar attachment, and that goes here on the outside holes. So if you don't do it that way, you'll probably learn the hard way and you'll have to take them off again. But poles on the inside, bar attachment on the outside. So we're on the home stretch. This probably is a one-day job for a small group of people. It's not hard. Once the reformers are inside the studio, it's not necessarily a heavy job. It's just time consuming. Okay, so I took the carriage off the machine earlier. Not quite sure why I did that. I'm just going to go and place it back on. And I want to show you, really importantly, how to attach a few things, but how to tighten things. There's probably 3 or 4 main parts of the machine that need to be tightened, and some, if you're not familiar with it, they might be a bit hidden, a bit secret. Got the carriage here, popping it on. Under the machine there's 5 little grooves or lanes, just making sure each spring is in its own lane because they tend to cross over through the unpacking process. And just for safety, I'm going to hook on a couple of red springs. So the foot bar comes quite loose. That's how it is when it arrives. Up there, it's quite loose. You just tighten the foot bar with one of the Allen keys down the bottom there. Open that up. It's one side, so see what I mean? Like, not hard, probably actually easier than IKEA furniture. Foot bar's nice and tight. The other place we need to tighten the foot bar, you'll notice these are 2 Allen keys at the top. Now, as it turns out, these ones are quite tight. That's a good thing, but must check those ones. So the machine comes with 2 Allen keys. They're actually different sizes, or like I said, get your drill. There is a third place that you've got to tighten and check. Might just take the video over so you can look. Now, where these pulleys are, there's some very tiny Allen keys that are required. Now you've just really got to tighten this one. Otherwise the pulleys might come off. So just give those a little tighten and you'll be right. What else can we check out while we're here? Like I said, it's a bit of a plastic-a-thon. This is what I meant earlier when I said the plastic goes under the upholstery. Most of it comes off, but just to be thorough, I'll show you how you can get it off properly. On the back of the carriage, you've actually got to loosen that Allen key. That will allow you to bring the upholstered part of the carriage off and get under it. Sometimes you can pull it out, but see how it looks a bit crappy when it gets stuck in there. Anyway, just a small tip. So last couple of things, and I'd like to think they're a bit fun, a bit like the icing on the cake. We've got our shoulder pad here, the shoulder rest. At the bottom, you can see there's 3 little, they look like Allen keys, but they're actually fixed in. Now when you go over to where they belong, there's 3 holes and they slot in really easily. You've got your peg here, and the peg secures that in place. So really easy. Make sure it's nice and tight. Finally, we've got our straps. The way I remember it is the strap goes through the top of the pulley and then it comes down underneath. I like to pop the long loop on the strap. Last one, same again. Strap goes over the top. Might see it better here. It goes under these silver clips and through the little device that keeps the strap nice and tight. And then we're all set. So your poles are on, the carriage is on, the shoulder pads are on, the plastic is off. And after that, just get all the machines together, just go over every little part of it, the screws at the back, the screws at the top and bottom of the foot bar. Oops, forgot one other thing actually. We have our platform here, and platform just slots nicely in there, and a couple of screws down here that you've got to insert and tighten it up. Just the last few details here with the machine. I'm at the front of the machine, just near the foot bar, and you'll find these 2 rings. These are the rings that screw into the front of the machine that our safety strap or our foot strap attaches to. So I'm just gonna screw these in like that. Make sure they're nice and tight. We've got one on each side. And you'll notice that these items are in the reformer packaging, and safety strap is on. Also, the reformer comes with wheels that are packed separately. They attach, there's already screw holes here in the front of the machine. I'm just going to quite simply put the screws in where they belong. And there you go, the screws are in, no problem. The very final piece, I'm here at the back of the machine. There's 2 things that you need to tighten. One is these black plastic knobs. And the other piece, really important, is these 2 Allen keys at the back that support the poles. So once they're nice and tight, you're all good to go.